Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BlasterX Cup coverage, of course, here by Team Down TV. And we're getting into the pointy end of things now, starting to head towards the later stages of the tournament. Now in the final of the losers bracket, we're going to be watching Control Esports up against Qlimax crew. My name, of course, is Elfish Guy, joined again by Meister, and we'll be taking you through this game. Looking like we're going to be heading on to Mirage again, Mike, and basically the slogan of the day is, at least it's not cash.
True. At least it is not cash. Certainly had a lot of fun with cash over the years, but it's a dead horse. It's being flogged. And Mirage seems to be the new meta for Australian CS.
Well,
the old new meta, perhaps?
Went from Dust to cash, now back to Mirage. So, give us something new. Maybe Overpass? I'm a fan of Overpass.
Yeah, I like to see more Overpass, but it's a hard map to learn and to master Overpass. So that's probably why we're not seeing a lot of lower end teams do it, because it's a little bit harder to understand. So we're moving into the knife round now. Of course, this match is between Qlimax, who managed to get out of jail yet again and pick up another win in the last map. And they're coming against Control VP, and who did not manage to take a single knife person down.
Single knife person, huh?
Yeah, you know the words.
I know the words. Words are hard sometimes.
Anyway,
this, job.
Qlimax going to choose the favoured CT side, and Control VP was starting off on the terrorist side.
We've already seen Control play Mirage today. They did a reasonable job on it, I think. I'm pretty sure they played Mirage. Have a look at the
challenge. Won't tell you for some reason, but
if it tells me who they played against, I'll probably remember.
Only project.
Yeah, okay.
They lost, and it was like that.
Yeah, they got 11 rounds. Yeah, 11 rounds.
It's pretty good actually. I'm interested to see how Qlimax go on this. They're going to be looking to lock it all up in this first pistol round. Next is the one with the grenade and the kit. Everyone else has armor on that side, and that PT50's on SAR and Bus. Looks like it's going to just be an AQ with one pushing up through mid.
Yeah, not a bad strategy here for the rest, I think, try and get out in this pistol side, but we'll see what they can do. They've already got one trade going across at Steege. Going to find a frag there. He's going to have to reload here, but Gratisfaction will save him. And we're looking at a 4 versus 1 now, as Gratisfaction has found himself 2 kills already in this round. But he's going to try and push up here into connector. No one's really looking in his direction, so he gets a free kill. But now he's going to have to go in a 1 versus 3. Now they know exactly where he is, and this is going to be almost over, for Control. But who knows? SAR might do something crazy.
Probably needs to reload at this point as well. But they have spread out a little bit, so they're obviously looking to play angles against SAR in this scenario. But they're not flying it. They're just low, like you said. Now there should be the guys on in. He is lurking at Palace. Who knows where one person is at the moment.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. Nicer.
Nicer. That's something we learned from the Chinese casters. Basically, every time someone gets a kill, you have to scream, nicer.
Yeah, but that's only if the Chinese team.
Yes, only if the Chinese team is getting kills. Because hashtag bias is real.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, we'll focus back on the present, and Alistair and INS are running with MP7s and 2 M4s and the Scout on stage for the CT side. The guy has come out instantly from Control VP as well, running Tech 9s and some flashes and smokes, and it will be an AXQ pretty similar to the pistol round, I would imagine, with more smokes.
Anyway, the execute coming out here onto the A-bomb site. Objective right now for Control VP to get the bomb down. See if they can manage to do that. Gratisfaction and Urki are going to find a killer. It's a nice little push through the smoke there coming out from one of the terrorists, but he goes down, and really no guns lost there at all for Qlimax, so a fantastic anti-eco.
Yeah, solid lockdown, and that's going to force Control VP onto the full eco. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to buy much next round. And yeah, like you said, a really good lockdown there from Qlimax as well. Playing on the edges of the smoke there, that was quite nice. I did like that indeed. So, I'm going to go for a B or a mid. It's going to be up through mid. All things from Control.
Alrighty, let's see what they can do. The Glock train coming out into mid, see if it can do anything. And the answer at the moment is not to be very pretty if you are a fan of Control VP, as they're just getting slammed by Qlimax. So 2 rounds in a row where Qlimax haven't lost a single gun, and look at that economy.
Yep, pretty good because of course, a couple of bonuses coming out in terms of SMG kills. You get extra cash for that. AWP coming out for Gratifection as well. 5AK is the only option for Control VP in this round, and a smoke and flash on just about everybody. So there are only 3 smokes, in fact, for Control. That's going to be potentially a little problematic if they use 1 early, and they've used 2 in fact already.
So big important round now coming out for Control VP, just to rest a little bit of, I guess, control back in this game, and they're going to find the first pick courtesy of Buster, getting a frag there into mid, or into Victor rather, on Alistair.
Okay, and so lurking on either side of the smoke here on the short, and he's just going to re-smoke it now, so I will know where he is, but they don't know where he is at this point in time, so he could use this position well if he times it correctly. And it looks like they're going to go back towards for an A execute in the end. Siege is going to be playing up nice and close. Is he going to get flashed in?
Yeah, he gets a good little peek in towards A main there through that little hole in the smoke, and Nickers goes down as a result. So the player advantage is equalized once again. It's a 4 versus 4 even. Scoreline 3-0.
Is lurking out here. Gratifection is watching that line. He gets tagged though. Siege is going to have to help him out here. On the A execute comes in from Control.
Yeah, Steege in a great position here to find 1 or 2, but not going to be able to land any of the shots. Soy good trading him. Steege goes down. So 3 versus 3. Really think Steege should have been able to close out at least one of those frags, but wasn't to be in the end. And now the retake for Qlimax. They're all going to be coming here through CT spawn area, so that's a little bit interesting. They're going to get flashed out as they enter onto the bomb site. This should be a relatively easy defense here for Control VP. They've got a 1 versus 1 now, mate. Versus Urki. Is the bomb planted for him? I think it is. Going to find an easy kill there onto Urki.
Yeah, good play there from Sar in the end. So not a bad attempt at a recap, but ultimately coming up a little bit short there, and then Control picked up their first round. It looked like they were going to get it at one stage, but they were able to work into the A site quite nicely there.
Okay, so Qlimax, they've got a scout coming out here, and Control obviously being able to buy again because they won that last round. But both buys relatively reasonable, lacking a few grenades, but not too bad for either team, and we'll see what they can do. Control already having lost a little bit of damage onto Buster there. I think that might have been from the scout. Urki is going to take out Coke as well. So good entry or starting frag, I guess, for Qlimax, not necessarily entry, being that they're on the CT side.
I think the word early was the one that you're looking for there, given the number advantage in the round. Alistair is tagged down to 2/3 health, but like you said, Buster is already low. He's on 15 HP, and Gratifection actually tagged him with the scout, like you mentioned. Coke down at this stage. It's going to be an A execute by all accounts, and that's going to leave the defense up to, looks like it'll be Steege and Alistair, who's playing on stairs. Steege is sitting at the ticker box and spawn there, so they're going to send Buster to lurk through mid at the end, or perhaps he's going to go through underpass by this stage. Smoke's coming at least.
Yeah, they are going to try and get onto this bomb site. The Molotov there, not really going to slow them down too much. Will deny them getting up onto Tetris, so not too bad of a Molotov coming out from Qlimax, but going to be the first frag coming out just now. Gratifection and Alistair finding 1. Urki will take down Sar there as well. So Buster, after having gone the long way towards the A bomb site, is going to have to really just tail it out of here.
It's the second occasion where the Control's lurker has been well off on the timing there to flank. It's been way too late on 2 occasions now, and it's proving ineffective. Basically, it's a waste of the attempt to flank. They'd be better off grouping up with that main bunch in that sort of instance. And Control now, having had their money reset utterly, they're on a full eco now. They got 1500 at the end of this round, so looks like it's just going to be a B hit, which is going to put it onto Urki, and I think it's Ince as well, who's pushed up onto the top of the platform there.
Yeah, I mean, another eco coming out here for Control. Once again, we're going to be seeing Qlimax getting that early advantage that they've been managing to get fairly often. Ince is going to find, but he gets traded out, so really not the ideal situation there for Qlimax rather. As Control is going to get the bomb down here as well, and this is actually not looking too good for Qlimax. We see Coke picking up 1 onto Urki. Alistair is going to be able to pick 1 up. So we can do on the retake here. Gratifection and Alistair coming in. Steege as well will chime in with 1. Well, it looked like perhaps Control might be able to hold that one out. They picked a couple of rifles, but in the end, Qlimax was able to retake. And yeah, we're seeing this good early lead coming out for Qlimax. And I think, again, we'll have to see whether or not they can close it out, because what they had the issue with last game was that closing it out. So, wait and see game.
And we'll see if they're able to do it in a little bit easier fashion than they did. But it's still early stages, of course. Qlimax probably looking to pick up at least another 4 rounds, but at this point, they'll be probably looking for 11 in total. A little bit of mid control is being attempted to be taken now from Control. They've got it. And Gratisfaction still sitting in his window. Picks off Nick is there as well. He's pushing through the smoke there. So they're pushing up quite aggressively now mid.
Oh, really nice read there from Gratisfaction. Just recognizing that they're going to push through the smoke and moving across there in the perfect position, finding himself a double kill. Does get dropped down to 7 HP and loses the teammate of Alistair. Still, very nice work from Gratisfaction in mid, and Control are just going to have to fall back off mid and try and rotate across on the bomb site, because it certainly didn't work out getting in there.
You are correct. And at this point, all you have to do as Qlimax is wait for them to come to you, and it's going to be a B sort of attempt. Sorry, Coke it was going down in mid there to Gratisfaction playing from the ticker box. So the 2 left on the B side, Ince is joined there by Erky. He's got a good spot as well, a little boost coming up here. He should be able to take care of this one pretty easily, unless he does not get the spray. He gets sort of good for left to start, and he is 15 HP, which is finally taken down by Erky. Really escaped with 1 HP, only 6-1 now in favour of Qlimax. And I think I'm going to have to change how they're going to win the next gun round. Possibly a pick play should be coming up for them.
Yeah, well, I guess we can discuss that when we get there, but for now it's going to be the round coming out for Control VP. And again, making their way towards that big bomb site on their eco. They've got a couple of guys in as well, so just changing up a little bit, but really, I mean, you can't read into a pistol round too much, especially when very few pistols have actually been bought by the eco team. It's going to be Gratisfaction and Stage to find a kill apiece. There should be another kill here on towards mid, not quite just yet. Gratisfaction took a little bit of damage, but those gloves really don't do a whole lot of damage at that long of a range, and he's going to be fine. Bombs dropped. Blasters did manage to find one on the offensive side, but Alistair will close him out, and 7 rounds on the board for Qlimax.
Yes, indeed. So we'll see whether they opt to pull out that AWP in this round or not. It does not appear so. So not quite buying it. He goes for the AK as well. So 5 AK set up again. Bomb heading early across the A site. 1 in mid. This looks like it's going to be another AXE kill. Let's see if their flank can get the timing a little better. It's looks like it's Coke at this stage.
Yeah, there's Stage can spot out a few players entering on towards the A bomb site. He's going to call that to his teammates. They're starting to sort of rotate across, but not quite just. Zoigood will find the first frag onto Alistair. Bomb has definitely been spotted now by Qlimax as they start to make their way across the A bomb site. Probably too little too late now though for Qlimax. It's a 3 versus 5 situation. Post plant as well. Control VP getting some very nice post-plant positions of one up here in mid. He should be able to catch the rotator. That is Erky. Gets a bit of damage across. Not going to be able to close him out just yet. There we go. Coke takes him down. It's a 5 versus 2. Ince is going to try and go for a chill here. Quick pop flash onto Coke. But really, again, now the situation for Qlimax is trying to save those weapons.
Yeah, this is going to be key for Qlimax now, is not to lose their momentum they've gained in this match so far, and not to drop, sort of make this 1 round turn into 4 or 5 like we've seen previously. So Gratisfaction managing to save that AWP, which is very good. Across the economy, having won 4 rounds in a row is very strong as well. So plenty of cash to share around, some goodies on Qlimax, and Control starting to try and, well, they need to win this one, otherwise they're going to have to probably put into a little bit of a scrappy buy next round.
Alright, let's see what Control VP can change up here. Everything they've pretty much tried hasn't really worked out too well for them, so something needs to give. Maybe try, I guess it's a little bit too late to go for a fast B entry or something like that, but that could be an option. Anyway, it's going to be Saar to find the first frag onto In, so it seems like they're playing the pick game just a little bit once again, and at least in this situation, working out for them. They've got the 4v5 advantage.
Yeah, and it's caused a bit of a split up of the defense as well. So Alistair going down to the Coke as well. That was in mid. So this is looking pretty good now for Control. They need to work from here. But like you said, the numbers scenario is working out. It's 5 versus 3 at this stage. Qlimax evening it, Zargos faction for Qlimax evening it out back to 4 versus 3. So a little bit of a tilt back in their favour. And they're playing quite defensively now. That AWP has caused that AWP kill has caused to rotate right back across for Control VP. They're going to head towards the A site now. Waiting for them is Stage at the ticker box.
Steege with the lion's share of the work to do here on this A bomb site is going to get back up here from Erky, who does find one, goes down to Buster, so 1-for-1 trade in that situation. Erky did find one beforehand, but Steege goes down straight away, so that is going to make things very difficult now for Qlimax. Gratisfaction as the hopes of his teams on his shoulders as he finds one frag. He's going to pick up an M4 there as well. Didn't notice how much ammo he's got in that. Should be relatively okay though, and he's going to find the final frag there onto NKZ. So a great clutch coming out there from Gratisfaction. Another round on the board for Qlimax.
Notice score to 17-2 he's on now. He's been pretty big here for Qlimax. And yeah, that was quite an impressive 2v1. I think Buster just probably got a little bit too cute too early. He wanted to get that weapon out of Gratisfaction's hand, but he just kind of mistimed it. Well, the timing was off for him. I want to say he mistimed it, but the timing was certainly off for him, unable to get that frag. So,
oh, yeah, there goes Gratisfaction to find a frag onto Sa. And a good early start for Qlimax once again. Looking good in this round. Gratisfaction finding his second for the round as well there. And the players for Control VP have managed to make their way into mid, but really they haven't managed to get anything out of it. They've already lost 2 players, so it's going to be tough trying to get into either of these sites. I think they're going to go for a boost up here into window, but still very difficult times ahead for Control VP, though that is going to make things a little bit easier. They take down NKZ, Knickers, I think is how I'm supposed to say it, but you know, it's getting late, so these things happen.
It's 4 versus 3 now in favour of Qlimax, so they've got a good footing thanks to Gratisfaction, who even tagged down Nicky's to 16 HP, the leg shot with AWP as he jumped up into that window area. So they're going to move back over to the B-bomb site, but they have 2 people waiting for them, and a lot of information has been gained by Stage's push in the T-spawn. So Alistair is moving across. He does have Nicky's to contest within middle air, who gets him, in fact, coming through the connector, but the bomb's still going towards the B site. And Qlimax rotating off at the wrong point there, so catching out Ints there. Oh, just not working out for them here.
Oh! Erky just completely whiffing all of his shots. Licked Buster an easy kill there with the AWP. And going to make things difficult here for Qlimax. A little bit disappointing, I think, for them to be able to lose this round, because obviously they picked up those first 2 frags, and when you're in a 5 versus 3 situation, there's pretty much no way you should be losing the round after that.
Yeah, no, 100%. You're correct there. It really just, yeah, it was, I guess, unlucky timing in some instances, but just a bit too quick to rotate off to the side.
Control being able to pick up their 3rd round here, putting it on the board. So, still not a reason. Still not an awful situation at the moment for Control VP. Sure, they're down a little bit, but they can pick up a few more rounds here. That should be okay.
Pretty big round in terms of economy here. If Qlimax don't pull this one off, they're going to be on a double eco, I think. And likewise, it'll definitely be an eco for Control as well, if they're able to lose this one. Looks like they're heading back towards an A execute.
It's kind of a bit of a split-up situation at the moment. A couple of players heading through the underpass there, looking to go for a split through the connector, while the rest of the VP guys, or the Control VP guys rather, push in towards A through the main entrance, the main door, the front door maybe we'd go with. Nothing on the front door. Anyway, they're going to get in there and see what they can do. Steege is going to find the first frag, just tapping his way towards that main connector. But Soygood will respond. Buster as well, grabbing one. So 2 kills already in favour of Control VP. They've got the player advantage. 3 versus 3 now, as he finds one. Coke is going to trade out Gratisfaction though, so it's 3 versus 2 once again. And the bomb not yet placed for Control VP.
Lots of flashes being traded across here. They know where Urki is. He managed to get the kill again on the bomb carrier, so that's twice now he's picked him off. Coke managing to finish it off very well there for Control. Left alive Buster as well, topping on 9 frags at the moment for Control. So really, I guess, and we'll see the Eco come out now from Qlimax as well, having not much cash to spend. So this is where Qlimax is sort of letting this half get away from them a little bit here. They should pick 8 rounds, but they need to, from this scenario, they need to pick up 2 of the next 3 after this Eco.
Yeah, it is so typical, actually, of Max that this has happened, but they are getting a bit of a decent Eco round coming out here, and Urki is going to chase this frag. He finds it as well. Does get traded out there, but 1 for 1 when you're on an eco round is always going to be good. And 3 players left here. 1 weapon has been retrieved by Qlimax. That's in the hands of Inns, who's only on 14 HP. Would like to see him drop it there for Alistair, but we'll see what he can do with it.
Gross action pushing up. Dornick has come through from the wind barrier, picks up both players at the top of Inns, so that's going to pull pressure back or release pressure off. So got a flash, and his flash's time is very well satisfaction, and he's expecting to push and lead to the front there at the end as well. So 8-5 now, and like I said, Qlimax are going to have to pull. Qlimax have paused, in fact, and they're going to have to pull something back in here. They need to secure his last 2 rounds if they want to call this a win for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, this is so typical here first. We've seen them every time we've seen them play. They've gotten off to a great start, 6-0, 7-0, something like that. In this situation, I think it was 8-2. Yeah, it was 8-2. So that's a very good start. But then they weren't able to convert it for some reason or other. Something seems to be like a little bit of a block for this team. So I don't know what it is, but definitely something that if they can work on that and get that under wraps, they're going to be a very team to go up against.
Correct. That's certainly true. It is tough. I guess what's happening is the teams that they're playing against are finding ways to sort of, I guess, find, when on CT at least, find a way to just sort of that little hole in the defense and just try to exploit it there. Just for the record, the pause for Qlimax was in fact their tactical pause. They're obviously not happy with what's going on. They put a lot of investment into this round. All the cash is down to 0 except for 1 who's got 150 left, so probably should equally. Well, so it's going to execute again with 1 look from mid.
Yeah, I mean, the Qlimax obviously coming off the back of that tackle. A lot of the time we see attack pause, we do tend to see the team who paused getting a pretty good advantage in the next round. And let's see what happens here. Let's find the first frag. It does get traded straight away by Buster, so really not too big of a deal. There is a great little rotate here coming out from Urki, a little bit of a lurk perhaps. He's going to come in behind, he's coming from Palace. And I don't think anyone from Control really knows that he's there. Urki's going to find a frag. Urki's getting 1, Urki gets 2. And it's a 3 versus 2 here. No bomb plant just yet for Control VP either. So definitely going in the way of the Qlimax here. But they do need to be able to close these out. Gratisfaction, a very nice peek out onto Coke. Picks him up. The 1 player left alive, Sar. He's on 5 HP. He goes down. And, you know, what do you know? The attack pause picking up around there for Qlimax.
Uses the tactical pause, it really sort of, I guess, reinvigorates your team, makes you think about what's going on and come up with a set strategy, a set plan that you can go together.
Alrighty, now final round of the first half. Urki getting that little bit of a push going in towards the B apartments, and that is actually a very crucial frag coming out for Qlimax because the bomb has been dropped, and we can see already that the 3 players from Qlimax are starting to rotate up there. We do see Alistair and Siege as well, finding 1 apiece. There is a few kills going over to Control VP on this A bomb site, but really what does that matter when you don't have the bomb? Which is safely in the hands of Qlimax over here in the apartments area.
Yep, and now they've got to negotiate getting into this very tightly locked off area with, they don't know where any of the enemies are. And it looks like they're opting to go. They're actually splitting up, which is, no, yep, definitely splitting up here, and that's not a good idea, really.
We'll see how it works out for them, and the answer is not very well, as Coke just peeking straight into those factions across Legacy, no Buster. Gonna wait. Buster gonna find a frag onto Urki, so a bit of a consolation prize. It's still 2 versus 1 though, and they know exactly where he is. So this should not be winnable. So he's gonna poke and push through his smoke. Won't work out in the end. Faction sharp with that AWP is gonna close things out. 10-5 the first half there for Qlimax. Looking pretty good. 10 rounds on the board is pretty reasonable for your TT side on Mirage, I'd say.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that. That'll be a pass for them, but they're going to have to still work pretty hard on the second half of this match and to close it out. And like you said, not let the match slip away from them and finish it off in crushing fashion if they want to close this one off at all.
Yeah, it's going to be, I guess, the first sort of thing that they have to negotiate is going to be this pistol round, so they have to get that one before they really look towards anything else. And let's see what they do. They're picking out straight from, let's just jump straight onto the side. Nickers and Soyber and Saar finding 1 apiece still. Siege even is going to find 2 kills for himself. And it's looking okay for Qlimax here off the back of those few kills that Siege has got. He's on his own. He's going to fake the bomb planet. See if he can just force anyone to come pick him, but now has had to rotate across towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, in this 2v1 scenario, he's trying to do his best to work, but with his 2 HP and 2 enemies to take care of, it's not going too well. A lot of it's flying in direction of Coke and Stage. Not too many of them hitting until finally Coke got one down. So that's not the start the Qlimax will want in a second half. 10-6 is the scoreline. Control looking for SMGs, hopefully trying to build up that bank early on, and the scout on Coke as well, with 2 Famises on Buster and then Nickers respectively. It's the pistol armor buy from Qlimax, and looks like they want to go towards B. Potentially they've left the bomb at the top of mid though, so it's going to be a slow round at the very least.
Yeah, the force up coming out here for Qlimax, and yeah, I mean, it's good to see. They've got a few rounds to it, so they might as well see if they can get anything out of this one. The first kill going to go over to Control, though, making things a little bit more difficult for Qlimax, but certainly still have some pistols that they can work with and make use of as they try to enter into these bomb sites. Let's see what Urki can do, jumping up there with the CZ. He's going to find one, has to reload though, and Saar will take him down.
Yeah, they've left that bomb at the top of mid now, so it's going to take a while for them to get into the B site. Stage managed to get in there, they're not able to get the frag. Well, Gratis Faction does it for him, in fact, a nice 1v on to Buster there, but it's taken down by Saar. It returns the favour now, they've got to get this bomb down. This is the problem with sitting it way back, right back at spawn and leaving it, you know, for far too late. But they get it down now. The flank is on from Nicky's. He's only on 12 though. It's a 2 versus 2 scenario. Alistair knows where one of the players is at Soygood. He's coming out of the shop now. Nicky's is on the lurk. And he gets the 1 now. So 1 versus 2 for Steve to negotiate there. He's a little bit all over the place, but gets the frag. It's 12 HP versus 4 HP. And 4 HP wins. Stage getting the 2v1 clutch there, bringing it out for Qlimax. And that's really important there. That's a great win, in fact, for them, and hopefully they can use that momentum to continue forward, Jordan.
Yeah, well, a very nice little clutch there coming out from Steege, and maybe that's what Qlimax needs to be able to close these sorts of later map stages out, because, you know, we've been saying they've been having a little bit of difficulty doing that, but maybe this will be the little bit of a nudge that they need. Gratis Faction going to find first frag of the round, as we do see Qlimax starting to make their way up short. A little bit of damage going over to Nickers there, but really the player that we need to watch is this one on the B-bomb site. That's Stein. He goes down straight away. Control just losing complete control of that B-bomb site, and now Qlimax looking very good in this round as well.
Certainly, 5 versus 3. I'm not sure about the buy coming out for Control, really, but they committed to it, and they're going to pay for it in terms of economy now, so they're going to try pretty hard to save this armor and scout on Saar, but don't think it's going to do much help there. Getting hunted down pretty quickly here by Urki and one of his buddies in quicker toe.
Oh, nice shot coming out from Nickers there. Not going to be able to find the second just yet, and it is going to be Urki to close him out there. The bomb will go off no matter what, and obviously going to be around there for Qlimax, but we are going to see going down as well to Gratis Faction, so a very good round coming out here for Max. 12 on the board, getting very close, within striking distance now of the 16 rounds.
A lot of work to go still. I'll pick up this one because it will be an eco for Control VP. I'll be able to buy after this one, no doubt. And so there'll be 13-6 after this, and it puts a lot of scoreboard pressure on Control. It's going to be playing in the back of their minds here as they try and go aggressive in a mid.
Nickers finding the first frag here on the eco round. The second as well. Inns needs to come up huge here. And he is going to do that, but he eventually gets traded out there by Soygood as well. So a very good round now coming out in response from Control VP. This looks like it. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be an eco round win, but certainly they're going about it the right way.
You are correct. Alistair's got himself a nice little position here. Stage is coming up from underpass. He's trying to look through and see what's in connector. Alistair tries to jump in a window, gets it on the second attempt. The problem here is quite low, and they still only have the USB. So if that gun on Alistair isn't particularly strong, it's spotted out one there as well, I think.
The major take home here for Control VP is that they haven't been able to acquire any of those weapons that they've dropped. So that is the important thing. Qlimax should be able to run over these guys relatively easily, but they need to be careful when they're planting these bombs. Just peeking just a little bit too early. I think if he had waited for the bomb plant to go down, he might have been able to find a frag there, but not the case. Anyway, two very low players here for Qlimax. This is certainly doable here for Buster. It's a 1 versus 2. Alistair and Steege, 25 HP combined. But he has to deal with this little crossfire setup, or the trade setup that they've got going here. Alistair from below will be able to take down Buster there, but wow, I mean, that was a little bit of a tense moment, I think, there for Qlimax.
Yeah, that's moment that we're talking back on the previous round. So, yeah, 13-6 now. They got the round forward and great satisfaction at the AWP. And he's looking like he wants to go ramp. And he does not get what's good in the end to take it down for triple box. Gives an early advantage to this piece.
Let's see what happens here now. Already a player disadvantage for Qlimax. The bomb just sitting over towards the big apartments. So no one from Qlimax particularly interested in that area of the map. They're trying to get a bit of control in towards mid. Also have one player pushing up through the A main area. A tiny bit of damage going over to Nickers, but really not too big of a deal. Erky is pushing in here. He's going to be able to find that frag there onto Nickers. So back to a 4 versus 4. But as I say that, Coke is going to grab one onto Alistair. 4 versus 3 now in the favor of Control VP.
3 versus 3 is the scoreline now, and they're going to work on this A site. Coke in a little bit of trouble here. He gets flushed sample at the ends. That was a good use of the Molotov. 2-2. The R is low on HP. He's 8. It's 2 versus 1. They don't have the bomb still, again, leaving it really far behind. It gives the opportunity to pick into, get into a nice spot at the very least. And he's calling it correct here. He saw them get towards B, and now they're going to come through as well. He's got to be careful here, Qlimax.
Yeah, if he can find a sneaky frag onto Steege here and, you know, pull it back to a 1 versus 1, it could be a good situation for him. But he has been spotted out there by Steege, so it's going to make things very difficult. The bomb, well, not the bomb, the player to take him down is going to be Steege in the end, and not able to pick up that clutch.
14-6 now. We saw Qlimax stall at this point in the last match, so they're going to finish it off a little better. In this scenario, the buy is certainly shaky for Control. They've got some good utilities, but pistols and Scout and a Famous certainly not the greatest of buys. It looks like it's going to be an AXQ coming in there. You've got Steege at the top of mid though. He's distracting Coke.
Looks like the A-bomb site should have choice here for Qlimax. Not yet really making way towards the site, but now starting to get in there. Steege gets one frag there onto Sa. Satisfaction is going to find one as well. So see Buster, nice shot with the deagle there after a few attempts, but really not enough. This stage. He needs to find a few more. Soygood is going to find one there onto Erky. Buster has found himself an AK, but it's not going to be enough. 15 rounds now on the board for Qlimax, and surely they can close it out from here, right?
Another way by coming from a Control V. They do have a few extra rifles in their hand now as the money bonus starts to add up, but they will have a Famous on Coke and Nickers as well. So we'll see whether Qlimax is going for a similar sort of setup. They're going towards B this time. Quite happy to go with preconceived execute without any real information here.
Yeah, I mean, this is Control VP starting to push in towards the spawn, and Buster doing a relatively reasonable job up there defending on the apartments as well as Tsar, but he goes down as well in the end. So it's a 3 versus 2. These two players from Control VP going to have a very long rotate all the way across to the bomb site. As the bomb is going down. They'll get there eventually, but it's going to be tough here. So good. It's going to start us off though onto Erky. Back to a 2 versus 2. Nick is trying to get someone Granite's faction caught with a nade out, but not going to be able to go down. And he finds the double kill. That is going to be map for Qlimax 16 and 6. So they will be moving on to the finals up against what's their name? Something about a P90 Elites. That's the one.
Yeah, you're right. So they'll be moving in, and it's a an interesting match as well. Of course, remembering that P90 Elites, P90 Network Elites, is it? I think
P90 Elites, Project 90 Elites.
Project 90.
Full name is Project 90 Elites.
Yeah, so Project 90 Elites have the extra life up in their hands. So Qlimax crew not only having to win one map, but they have to win 2 maps if they want to come through and take away the BlasterX Cup. So Project 90 Elites certainly got the upper hand in this scenario. But congratulations, I have to go to Control Esports of Whole Prive for picking up 3rd place at BlasterX Cup and some lovely headsets for themselves.
Alrighty, but that is going to be that for us for the moment. We'll go to a quick break and then we'll be back very shortly with the grand finals. Will be Project 90 Elites against Qlimax crew.